Alright, are we live? Yep, we're live. How can we detail this area, huh? So what we've done over here is actually quite nice. I think maybe we replicate this, but put it over here. Just redo this a little, huh? If we even need these. I think we can do something better. Hey, 24, hello. Gorgeous, oh my god. I haven't been called that in a long time. I am a little bit late. You've got me. Yeah, just a little bit though, just a little bit. It's another busy day today. Lots of driving around, and went back to the apartment and got it all fixed up a little bit. It's fine. It's acceptable. You'll allow it this time, huh? We can get away with it once, but not twice. Frozen pizza and then had a nap. Ooh. Yeah, I think so. I'm lucky that I have a public holiday tomorrow, because I cannot imagine myself waking up before like 10 o'clock. Hey, Peanut, hello. PH. Public holiday, yes. I mean, I think is it after this one where there's a long gap before the next public holiday? I'm kind of kind of worried about that. I don't think I'll be able to survive. We need more days off. June 1st is one in WA. WA Day. Oh my god. Is there a New South Wales Day? I've never heard of one, but maybe this year can be a surprise, huh? First time for anything. And how selfish. He only made a holiday for himself. Good old Jesus should have made a few more. Well, I mean, there is Christmas. Anzac Day before that. Monday, 27th of April. Okay. So almost a month from now. We'll get one more, and then there's a big gap. Pardon me. But today was pretty good. I went and had a barbecue with family. And had some delicious delicious barbecue. Steak, onions, sausages. Everything. Sacrificed thousands of Anzacs just to get a day off. The ultimate sacrifice. They were told before they stormed the beaches that if they sacrificed themselves, we get a public holiday for it. So thank you to our veterans. Oh my god. That might get me in trouble. Next time will be grand final day, which we don't get. Oh yeah, that's Victoria gets that, don't they? I swear Melbourne Cup used to be a public holiday too. I seem to remember like the Melbourne Cup was a day off, but I might be wrong. I don't think we get a grand final day for the NRL. Steam engine with animated wheels, connecting rods and pistons. But with the current animation types, can get them to work independently, but they slowly get out of sync. Ah. Yeah, Melbourne does have I think they do have a public holiday for the races. Huh. Just a little bit annoyed, Peanut. I imagine you have spent the good part of most of a day, almost 24 hours, trying to figure it out. Melbourne has the most. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm trying to think. How would they? Hmm. So, hang on. Let's take a look at a car, a truck maybe, close up. Yeah, it is like it is a proper rendered model. Is there anything in the game that's that complicated? Like I can't. I'm trying to think of. Is there any vehicle in the game that has animations of a similar complexity to a steam train, pistons and rods? I think we know the answer. I.e., no. There's not. Yeah. How would it work? Unless Peanut, maybe you made it. In order to get the sliding piston, I had to use two circle rotations parented to each other to create two circles where a point on the smaller circle sides along the. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is. Peanut, I'm thinking. So the main issue is that they get out of sync. So what part is Animation of the pistons can't keep to the wheel rotations. Yeah, how would that work? But I wonder why it's not able to stay in sync. Is the speed of the animation speed not correct? Because I'm not sure how the modeling works, but is the pistons and rods actually like connected to the wheels? 2C coupling effect. I haven't heard of that before. Mathematical device in which a small circle rotates inside a larger circle twice the diameter of the smaller circle. Oh my god. Peanuts are throwing out advanced terms here. Okay, the diagrams are pretty good at explaining how this works. So the normal wheel's rotation speed needs to be the same rotation speed as the largest circle of the 2C circle, which they are. But because the animations in game are interpolated across frames, they slightly get out of sync. Ha. You okay? I'm trying to think how do you, because with like are the train wheels kind of similar to the truck wheels where they've got the holes and the spokes and you can see like all the, so it's really obvious visually that the wheels are turning? Because maybe you just get like a flat disc, like what this trash bin looks like, or maybe even that one. I'm thinking maybe you get the texture to just be something a bit more flat, so that you disguise the out of sync. Maybe that would be my backup if I couldn't figure out the timing properly. Sliding part isn't matching the wheel movements. Unless Peanut, you like manually set the rotation speed, like animated the rotation speed, and then tied it to because I imagine the vehicles have like an acceleration and deceleration rate. Maybe you tie the animation to that rather than the physical wheel moving. The interpolation effect. Right, so even that makes it look funky. Like make the animation of the, assume other games that actually support Steam engines probably have a keyframe. Cities doesn't have that in mind. Yeah. Unless you made it like a detached object that's not actually connected to the wheels. It's just like floating, but it looks like it's connected, and then you just animate it and have the gears sort of obscure the moving wheels. Like obscure the wheels where they're supposed to be connected. Would that work though? Is there a specific steam train? Because I'm thinking the solution, Peanut, would be to like visually hide it. But I'm looking at the steam trains, and it's not it's probably not going to be easy unless you have a ton of steam coming out and just like obscuring the wheels. Yeah, what could be done? Are there any steam trains that have just solid wheels? They've all got spokes. Doesn't matter, I tried. I'm invested now, Peanut. I'm invested. Yeah, I'm looking at all these different train wheel pistons and stuff like that, but very difficult. There's a few different like variations of the like appearance, but they've all based off the spokes sort of thing. Damn. If bitten off a bit more than you could chew, definitely that'd be what I'm thinking if I was trying that. Like, holy shit, this is a lot more complicated than I thought it'd be. Okay, how do I want the entry to this tunnel? I think we want to move all of it except for that over. And then bring it down a bit too. There we are. Yep, not too tall for it. Yeah, I'm just thinking in the back of my mind, I don't think Cities 1 had complicated animations like that either. Trying to have fun in Baby Steps multiplayer. Just me struggling to climb up a basic wall that you could do in like 2 seconds. I thought it was meant to be easy. Had far fewer kinds of animations than CS2. Yeah. Maybe by design, because maybe they tried doing that and then ran into similar problems. I feel like somebody would have tried to have something similar. Unless Peanut, you go for something really basic and then just have like a GIF overlaid that has like the bar going up and the bar going down for the wheels, and then just call it a day. Be like, yep, good enough. Okay, they did flip this around. And they just have a sound file with just actually like you just going choo 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 in the microphone, and that's the sound effect for the train. I think if I copy that. Ooh. Oh. There we go. Turn it into a meme. Salvage the model that way. Yeah, there really is. I see how the animation works for the wheels on this thing. Okay. Oh, come on, it crashed. Are you kidding me? Oh. Fuck. It all came in too late. Oh my god. Fuck. Fucking hell. Hang on, let's change the... Or is it starting soon? There it is. You tried to warn me. You tried to warn me 24, but oh, I missed it. I missed it. It literally is just my CPU now not being able to keep up. I mean, my computer CPU is like what, 5 years old, nearly 6. Starting to reach old age, ready to retire, like me. Telling me I got like 30 more years of work. Say it ain't so. But we'll get the game to load in again. Not sure what the bank will say. They'll immediately no, they'll take one look at me and go, you know what? You don't even need the loan. We'll just we'll write it off as a tax loss or something. It's fine. Don't worry, Chief. We got to have that kind of optimism. 24. If only though. If only. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll win the lotto. We'll gamble to retire, huh? Oh man, that's what confuses me or astounds me so much when you hear like the stories of people going to the local pub and then just spending like 20 grand in one night at just like the pokies or whatever, and you're like, how do they have that much money to burn? How can they afford to lose that money? I guess maybe the answer is they can't afford to lose it. They're just that addicted. That kind of streamer, yeah. Playing a definitely not rigged game that they got from the the company that made the gambling thing. Somehow winning. It's like that CS:GO lotto thing where the all the streamers were winning like a shit ton of really expensive skins and going crazy, and then it was all scripted. 20K, yeah. Send me five. I know exactly. It's like if you're gonna waste the money, give it to me, please. I'll find a better use for it. I just noticed that there's on the loading screen. Hang on, if I switch it back, just noticed. Oh, it doesn't even show up when it's loading. It's just a black screen. Hey, pork chop. Hello. Switch it back. But I can see the signature buildings in the interspersed between all the high rises. One, two, three. I've spotted. Hmm. Heyo. Have to update the. Yes, I will. Or I'll add to it. Make the video longer because then we can see like the gives you the impression of what has changed from before. Because now that I look at that, I'm like, holy shit! There was so much that needed to be added, and so much that still needs to be added. Artsy with the transition effects. Yeah, we'll have to try figure out something. I mean, I'm not great with editing videos. I've tried, but half the time, pork chop, all the effects are locked behind a paywall. What the hell? I accidentally clicked the credit button. Okay, there we go. City Skylines 2. And why is it black? There it is. Okay. Load. All right, we didn't lose too much. We didn't lose too much, which is good. I actually did try as well off screen, off camera. Not off screen, what am I saying? Off camera. I tried to um, do a little bit of reworking the highways and road networks around the port. I think I'm going to have to, at this stage, I think I might have to demolish the port and rebuild it from scratch because there's quite a few different modes of transport that are all passing through this really tight space. I don't think they can actually all fit properly. I'll just pan over and show you. all of this here. Because there's these the metro lines here that have to climb up to connect to this metro stop. But then we also have this train line and the highway and roads. So I'm thinking maybe we were over ambitious to have a port here. Maybe we keep the old port and then instead move this somewhere else. Maybe we could move it here. But even here doesn't feel like a good spot. Maybe over here? Because it's a bit of an afterthought having it there. Or we just turn this whole area into a port. But that kind of defeats the purpose of having a shipping lane. So maybe we build it here. Like extend this island down and turn it into a bit of a port. So we have on this side little berths for parking ships, and then on this side too. Maybe? Prime branch line coast. Yeah. Oh. It is this one here. What was the name of the port? It's not Tidmouth Sheds, it's something else. Long and skinny. Yeah, a river port would make the most sense for like the inspo. Because I mean that's sort of what this old port is like a river port. If you imagine that the river bends that way. Like maybe we could keep some shipping stuff here. We'll just like really shorten the port. Maybe put the ferry depot here instead and the shipyard. That might be more appropriate for this area. And we can also have another shipyard here somewhere if we want to. But yeah, the double port is a bit nonsensical, I think is a good way to put it. And we'll just delete this. We won't try building now, but we'll just delete it so that we've locked in the decision. All right, that's set in stone now. We can't go back. And that will cut out the rail infrastructure that we have to worry about. And we can probably even build this, reintroduce this road to arc over and connect here. And we can still have industrial area here, and then maybe mixed offices and maybe even some housing. Maybe social housing or something at that port. That area. Several docks on Sodor with a whole history of rising in importance and falling out of use. You're right, 24. Spend 6 months building this tiny space and then delete it in 2 minutes. I mean, that is exactly what I do. Mining operation that used a village as a settling basin. Most of the village got flooded. There is actually 24 that exact thing in Australia. It's the town of Jindabyne, old Jindabyne. There's the new Jindabyne, which was built up high where the current water line is, but old Jindabyne is down in what is now a lake, a dam reservoir, and you used to be able to see the church steeple poking up at like if the water level was low enough. Oh my god. No. But how would I even... Where would you even put it? A dam. Because it's sort of like one ridge here. So your hill is one big lump rather than multiple spaces. Blaster. Oh my god. 24 channeling his Gina Reinhardt's there. I think her plan was to create a artificial harbour in WA somewhere by dropping nukes to create a whole pumped hydro project. Ah, yeah. No. Hydro project. Perhaps we could dam here and then excavate this a bit so it's actually like a deeper valley. And put another spillway here, another dam. Yeah, a dam here, a dam here. Although this isn't really prime real estate for a... We could still have a church steeple poking up. Maybe not a town that's flooded, but a church steeple poking up through the water. That would require me to actually place water sources, which that might create problems. But I had a look at that fort that Polytruck linked before, and I think we've got a decent like recreation of a bit of that fort. So the rocks and the bushes go well together. But yeah, we could make it like a water reservoir up on the hill. And then we could have... So if it's located here, then we could have a pipeline. Where's the lagoon? There. And there. About on this side. So that's very steep there. That wouldn't work. Okay. You're giving me some things to think about. We could maybe create a pipeline leading from like one of these lagoons that goes up the mountainside and over to here. Because we've done those pipes over here. Although these are like a very shallow angle, which might cause some problems if we tried replicating that. Yes, of course, in moderation. Surprised I'm not a ginger. I've only got one brain cell, I think. Like there's seen the what is it, the Reddit page? One orange brain cell or something like that with all the orange cats. Morning, Bagnario. Water surfaces instead of proper water. But having the church steeple poking through might look a bit funky if it's poking through a surface rather than the water itself. Yeah, they do like from a distance they look okay, but when you look closely at it is when it loses its the illusion is broken. So we need to find some kind of middle ground, I think. We'll take that height. I don't like that these rocks are always visible in the terrain mode. Mod maker, please fix. I demand. Look fake. I will die on that hill. I agree, 24. It's the lack of. I think if they had it with the wave texture like this, it'd look better. Because I think there is a wave texture version, but it doesn't look like that. Visual association always going to be that stock footage of the big white pipes. The new. Yes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Pork Chop. I remember seeing that too. I post a pic on Chief's Discord. Let's have a look. I want to see if I don't want to update my phone. Oh, is that a model? Peanut? Hang on, I've just seen that. Wow. Peanut, yo, that is actually amazing. Oh, I see how it gets out of sync, but you know what? I'd say that's fine. That looks pretty good. I think truly, Peanut. I think people, I especially would very much appreciate just the fact that you've gone to the effort to make that. That looks amazing. It also looks like Henry. Hmm. No, I'm very impressed. And where's the with water? Ooh. No water. Let's have a look at this. Ah. I see Bagnario. But how do you get the waves to follow the terrain like that? The waterfall parts. Is that another mod? Sully's Beach Foam. Huh, I do have that installed, but I thought it was just like a 2D surface. I didn't think you could like make it conform to the terrain. Where is it? These ones, right? Oh, they do kind of. Ah. Yeah, it just follows. Wow, okay. Yeah, like I thought it does this, where it just becomes like that narrow sliver. Ah. I spoke too soon. Done that a few times. Okay, I need to look at the reference photo again. Well, Peanut, I truth be told, I think the just put a little disclaimer on the mod that it was too difficult to fix, and then it'll still be one of the most subscribed items on the Paradox shop. How does this island work? We'll try detailing this one side here first. Basically, we need to create like little gaps that look like gun emplacements. Are the streets like historical? Can we delete them and then keep them that way? I think they're per segment, aren't they? Try again. Delete it. My phone. Ah, okay. Sent through the tutorial on how to do it. I'll get rid of these. Now it's more historical 24. And we're going to put some textures on these walls to make them look less like clean concrete. Make it look filthy. And my plan is to use either these. Do we have anything else? It's really just that. Alright. This may drive us insane. But we're already pretty crazy. It's trying to make the walls a bit more angular. So we'll have to revisit this section here. But I do have a plan. Yeah, a net lane of this would be amazing. And actually, I think we can be a bit cheeky with this. We can use the French walls, our favorite, as like the base template. Well, I say base, but like maybe yeah. Stick this out. I just don't want it to, because then we have the like slight overlap thing, and it becomes a problem. Bring that out. Lights are back. Oh shit, yeah they are. Of course they're back. See, that looks a bit more like a wall of sorts. Do I want a different texture? That's a bit too wooden. Maybe we go with the basic standard one. And then we can spruce it up. Yeah, okay. Basic one it is. Because the balustrades are more spaced out. Very good at making walls. Frunch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Making me hungry. Made me think of brunch. All day breakfast. Oh my god. There we are. Bring that out. And this one we bring out too. just like a hobbit. Yeah. It's going to make life a bit difficult, but I think we can improvise, adapt, and overcome. Hey, Stu. Happy Easter. That could poke through there. Yeah, hope you're having a good Easter break. And that you had a good Friday. Ha 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 ha. I don't know if you guys are lucky like me, but I get tomorrow off. It's public holiday. So I'm feeling very spoiled. Although I do wish they just gave us the entire month off, right? We've all worked hard. Hey, Bionic, fun architecture facts to share. Ooh. Okay, the chimney pots that you see on the tops of chimneys, there's also something, a decorative item, Bionic, in Australian architecture, usually on the terrace housings, that are called urns. And that's it. Month-long public holiday, fatten up me wallet. Yes. But that does mean, Bionic, you'd have to be preparing even more fish and chips. If you're not exhausted already. New livery of the Australind Services new DMU. Australia Services? Curious. Oh. Bright orange. Huh. You know that's I saw a video. It's literally today, Pork Chop, about it's like the that color scheme and design was like really popular in like the early to mid 2000s. There's like is like white with orange highlights or decorative features, and it's like, you know, there's a whole like design style that's called like Frutiger Aero, and then after that there's like this subgenre of design that was like it was really popular with tech products like Xbox and Apple, and quite a few games from that period had like white backgrounds and orange highlights sort of thing. And I saw a video literally today. It was somebody pointing that out and having a little discussion about it. So maybe the same somebody with the same influence has got their hands on picking the color schemes for Perth Transport. Month-long work spree. We have a little freezer space. Bought some freezer trailers. Oh my god. Are those things? Those things must be a bit expensive to hire, right? Because I've seen them literally at the local fish and chip shop. There was one of those parked out the back in the laneway. They must have had a similar idea. Got the freezer trailers off a hire company, but we buy them outright. Slightly better rate. Okay, and I think if I upgrade like this, yes, yeah, we get the terrain exactly where we want it. Yeah. Yeah, this already looks like a lot better. Transperth B series and A series. Hang on, Stu. Let me check. Has auto mod been going crazy? Give me a sec. Yeah, I'm not sure. The auto mod hasn't flagged anything. Hang on, I'll open up. I've got the Twitch Stream Manager open. So if the auto mod flags something, I can allow it quick. Or it's just delayed messages or something like that. C series looks exactly like the DMU in the photo, but with a pantograph on top and a green stripe livery. Ah. It's a chat issue on the Twitch app. Apparently the Twitch app is a bit shit, for lack of a better word. But I think that's a good summation. Right, let's spin this around. There we go. Now, why is this not long enough? What have we done where this is not long enough? So what we'll do is we'll grab this, the old spin around tool, match that, match the height, and then not the rock, the prop. There we go. Tapping on a random suggested stream. Yeah, I do have the Twitch app on my phone, but I never use it. It's just like I am cursed with fat fingers, and trying to press buttons on the phone, especially when I'm trying to text, is already frustrating enough. I think trying to navigate a Twitch app on my phone is just going to make me break the phone. It's like I can't send a single text without there being just like 1,000 typos, even if I'm pressing slowly. Because if I press slowly, then the bloody words don't even, like, it doesn't detect my finger presses. It's a lose-lose scenario. So I'll just take the L and give up. Sink these rocks down a bit. Which way do we want this? Moving like that. Oh yeah, very nice. See, that looks pretty good, I think. Even without like all the extra decorations, I am quite impressed. 24, that is actually exactly the here Dial King is exactly how I text. Like trying to type, I end up pressing like all the character keys that are like next to the word. Swiping back to a previous page while typing a long post and losing the message. Ooh. Oh. Pork chop. Oh no. I'm surprised your phone has survived that happening too many times. Hey, Rome. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle that. My frustrations have their limits. Because I used to go back and like correct all the typo mistakes in my messages and stuff, but it's gotten to the point now where it's like it happens every time, no matter how careful I am. I'm just like, screw it. I'll just send it. And if they have problems with the spelling, I'll just give them a call. I've basically admitted defeat. Okay, now to fill these gaps, what do we use? Pardon me. Because it's not actually square. Which I think has just made our life more difficult, hasn't it? Right, we're going to do some very dodgy patchwork here. Still missing a bit. Unable to type correctly since the new iOS version, so I just write whatever. Yeah. Rage mode Chief smash. Move it manipulation mode to square out path corners. I remember the node controller used to be able to like manipulate the nodes into a point. Yeah, I don't think you can do that here. I know exactly what you're talking about though, Porkchop, because I used to do that for retaining walls and stuff to get rid of the curve at a corner. For 20k, I will jump from here. This might be a popular diving spot, this one. But then you'd have like one idiot that decides to like, doesn't double check and jumps off onto the rocks here or something. And do we have a tiny square? This one. Ooh. Good enough. And then we'll put some... So IRL, the inspiration we're using, the finished fort has hedges all along the edge. Because the battlements are no longer active. And they were almost immediately redundant because shortly after they were built, they got bombarded by the French. So maybe we'll just keep it for like heritage sake. Just have a false memory of someone doing it in City Skylines 2. Brucey Boy is making... Oh, okay. Yeah, they would. But all of those combined, it's going to do a lot of heavy lifting. Lurkies, no worries, 24. The end of a cul-de-sac. I do like the roundabout and cul-de-sac things that you can do in cities too. They're very nice. Very pretty. Forgot how far away from the main area we are. That's why the FPS isn't ass over here. Oh, what am I doing? No, I'm not trying to select that. I'm trying to select this prop. Oh, that's a bit worrying. After it's placed, it looks like that is it. It is there forever. Okay, that worked. You know, we might not even need those planters because the hedges hide everything underneath pretty well. Higher FPS. Oh, imagine if that was a thing in real life. FPS lag. Oh, I don't know how I'd survive that. Too many thoughts at once. FPS is dropping. CPU usage too high. We've only got one core though, one brain cell. We can't handle anything more than 1 plus 1. We don't have the bandwidth. Okay. So this is our little hedge thing. Can you turn the planter curbs sideways? I think you can. Because they're all props, so you can rotate them. Get a slightly bigger one so we can actually compare. Yeah. There's no bottom texture though. But I guess if you wanted a green wall, like a nature wall... Oh. Right, never mind. They look a bit weird. Running an entire consciousness in Morse code, and I don't even understand Morse code. So, good luck, brain. This is fine. I'm the embodiment of that meme. Okay, what else do they have for this coastal fort? Yeah, it's just a ring of hedges. Of bushes. Alright, we might just adjust this a little bit. Filters. Nodes only. Better. Yeah, I think if we hide the railings in the hedges, that would be preferable. Thought of slopes, it'll be good. Yeah, so the way the fort works, IRL, is the area fronting the actual harbour that you want to defend, you have all the spiky bastions and everything. And then the back side is just slopes and hills and things. So it sort of tapers from down low here, and then it tapers up to the battlements themselves. So this will be the main fortification, and then back here will be another, and then we'll connect. We'll actually make this one island, but just with a really narrow connection here. Because then we can have another island back here, and a narrow channel that passes through. And that back island will be like the historic storage area for the weapons. and all of that sort of stuff. The ammo storage. What happened to the hedge here? There you are. Grab that. And nodes. Nodes. Please let me select the damn node. That goes back. Same as this one. Okay. Cool. And then all of this space back here, we'll just put bushes and maybe a structure or two, like a little shed, something like that. Now there were like one or two openings on the sides of the walls, so I wonder if there's anything that we can use that looks like an access point or just like another spot for a cannon. Well, these are kind of cool. Bike shelter. LA channel decals. I don't think I've got that subscribed. I was. I think the manholes are just decals, aren't they? But it's like a little niche in the wall, basically. And I don't think there is one here. A Kaz update under Ice Lake that has a customization that Planet Coaster has. I have played Planet Coaster actually. And yeah, some of the tools for rotating and moving props in Planet Coaster is pretty good. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like that level of detail in Cities, the base game of City Skylines might be a bit much. Because that's like going beyond just the city builder thing. So it might be outside the scope, if you know what I mean. procedural objects from Cities 1 was, I would say that's pretty close. Like if the transform tool had something like that, Kaz, that'd be pretty cool. 5 degrees. That. Okay. We're getting a bit fancy with it. And if I copy all and then paste, I put it in the wrong damn spot. Yes, it is exact. Yeah, a lot of structures exactly. But if somebody was making procedural objects, for City Skylines 2, then hell yeah. All of those sorts of things would be perfect. Used to do that in CS1. Yeah, like I did that with my builds as well. It was a headache, that's for sure. But it was worth it. Because I had like a whole bunch of custom train stations and things like that. Quite a bit of YouTube videos where the entire park may as well be a city. Oh, in Planet Coaster, yeah. Yeah, you can make it kind of like a city with the. They have like the kind of public transport. I think there's buses and stuff like that, and a monorail. I think, if my memory is right. But it is still like this very small space. And if you were doing the level of customization of Planet Coaster on a map the size of City Skylines 2, I think a lot of casual players would give up. Just from the amount of work that would be required. Player skill threshold 3D software program. Oh yeah, like the asset editor having a setup kind of like Blender or whatever, but like really simplified, so it's really easy to do. I'm still blown away by Peanut's train model that he made, because that is actually like really, really nice. But I can't imagine doing that easily. Simplify Blender is PO. I mean, yep. Move all of these up by 1. They've convinced me. So there's like the ridge cap column support. That looks okay. We will be sure to keep it. I was pressing Control, not Shift. Okay, and then at this corner, put some more vegetation. Oh, we can barely fit any more vegetation, but we'll try. There we are. There we are. Excellent. Diorama simulation. Yeah. If you were doing that same thing with Planet Coaster in City Skylines, it'd end up being something very similar. Whole train station like this in CS2. Unhinged Wolf. Ah. Without PO. Oh my god. Prop count. 200,000. All concentrated in a very small area. Sims like build mode. Well, wasn't there a Sims type game that was proposed to like accompany City Skylines 2? Like, I think that was one of the explanations behind, or assumed explanations. I don't think it was ever officially said by the dev team, for like the teeth being rendered in every citizen model. Wasn't that given as like a explanation? I seem to remember that. I could be wrong though. Abandoned that Sims game. Yeah, Life by You. Yeah, that's it. Unless it was subscription based. Yeah, they'd have to copy the Sims business model. Too meandering and unfocused for Paradox's liking. Yeah. I think every Paradox game sort of has a start and an end. And the whole point of those life sims is that they go on forever. Did that fall through? Yes, it did. Quick save. Oh, yep, thank you. We'll put this last hedge and then we'll quick save. April 2026. Save. Done. Just a random island in the middle of a harbour. It's not even in the most like strategic location, I must say. But it will be linked to Hennis Land. And all will be fine. There we go. Someone try Cityscapes on Apple. Is that that new city builder? That was like developed by one guy or one person. I don't know who developed it. Oh, hey Polytruck. Hello. Thank you.
Polytruck_ just subscribed for 16 months.
Thank you very much for the resub. 16 months. Oh my god. Oh my god. More than a year and a half, dude. Holy shit. Thank you, Polytruck, man. 16 months of support. Almost a year and a half. What is it? It's 1 year and 4 months, I think. My god. Sneak attacking enemy ships when they come around the big hill. You'll have this massive base for sneak attacks only. So if they destroy the fort that's on the hill, then there's the backup fort. But yeah, Polytruck, I've been investigating that fort in Helsinki and have created this contraption, which is a mix of the pathways, the French walls, and hedges on top, with some other minor decorative elements, and the rocks as well. We're making it up as we go along, I must admit, but I think it's looking okay. Like, it could be worse. Handheld version of SimCity. Not sure how long ago it came out. Isn't that in Zoi or something like that? Isn't that like a Korean game that has a similar function / purpose? Right, this piece is good enough for us. Over. There we go. Now, I don't know if we can fit 900 cannons on this wall, Polytruck, but we'll try. Torpedoes. Ah, yes. The 17th century torpedoes. What, 17th or early 1800s, I think. Underwater chains. Ah, yeah? Like the Byzantines and the Golden Horn. I think they had an underwater or chain defense system to protect that harbor. Viking scene in France. Oh, I haven't actually watched the Viking show, which is probably terrible of me. Because apparently it is really good. So that little decoration there is barely visible, but we know it's there. Hey, hen. Good until the 4th or 5th season, right. Valban would be proud, yes. Although, hen, it is a sheer wall. I think this wall in particular would be very susceptible to cannon fire. These ones are kind of protected by the rocks in front, but old mate here, I think he'll be the first point of weakness for our wall. And we don't have the bastions out the front to deflect the cannon fire up and over the fort. Had wireless headphones on to make sure we were all behaving. We're always up to our best behavior. Well, whatever do you mean? Your Vauban's building a fort to protect the fort. And then we'll have to put another fort to protect the fort to protect the fort. Until we have a network of forts stretching from one side of the map to the other. There we go. Looking at loan opportunities. Oh my god. Since the wall is not primarily facing the land, and sieges from boats were not that effective in that time. Okay, so it's passable. We get a passing score from Valban. And some piranhas. We'll sail all the way to the Amazon River to collect some piranhas and bring it back to New Zealand. I mean, stranger things have been done in real life. The island finally came into work in progress existence. That is the entire map, Porkchop. Gonna have to be more specific. Okay, basically perfect. Haha. Very well defended. Okay, is there anything else on this fort that I could add? Oh, there's like a little lighthouse at the front. And some crenellations at the back. Oh, I don't think we can do that. So there's the upper fort. A few other points too. Damn. So when we put buildings here, want to borrow. Yeah, maybe these. Oh, even these are pretty big. Could I bring that down? No, the roof pitch is too sharp. Too acute. That's too modern. Damn, kind of stuck. I think the best option is that UK thing, but we have to make everything else smaller or bigger. No, that won't work. Maybe this. If we bring it down. And then we bring this up instead. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Oh. Oh shit. Continue, quick, before the game breaks. It's broken. Gotta go. Yeah, no worries, Bagnario. Cheers. Ah, we gotta save and quit. Our game's busted. Baby brother has a girlfriend. First a Holden Ute. Now this. Oh my god. Did the Ute contribute? Look at that. The exception number is climbing. Adulting calling my name. No worries, Kaz. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream in about 10 minutes anyway. I'm feeling very tired. I've been getting up really early and then just driving around non-stop and doing a lot of construction stuff. So I think I'm gonna reward myself. What time is it? It's 11:50 p.m. So it's not that late yet, but it's almost midnight. Oh, come on, game. I'm trying to save and quit, but it's not letting me. I'm clicking the button, do the thing. Plays AFL as well. Very different sons. Got the best of both worlds, huh? Look at that, 31 exceptions. 8 a.m., but I'm still dragging ass. I mean, 8 a.m. is usually when I roll out of bed and immediately boot up the laptop for work. So 8 a.m. is actually a bit late. or very early, actually, for my preferred sleep in time. I usually, if I get to sleep in, I'm sleeping in until like 10 a.m. Then at that point, half the day's gone. Because now that daylight saving's over, it gets dark very quickly. Because last night was the where we rolled well, not rolled back, but moved the clock 1 hour forward. I think. So. Technically, I am running on 1 hour less sleep already. If I got that right. That exception number keeps climbing. 56 hour back. It went one. Okay, so I got an extra hour's sleep. Oh, the screen's gone black. What is it doing? I think it's finally. Yep, there we go. It's finally crashed to desktop. Hopefully, it had a chance to save the work we did. Let's switch it to that. There we go. Now there's a 2 hour difference again. Hooray! Huzzah! Terrible time frames have returned. One more hour of Chief streams. Nice, huh? Oh yeah, because it was 3 hours difference before, wasn't it, Pork Chop? And cheers for the follow, Resilience. Thank you, Pork Chop. Big horn to wake us up. Although I think I'm reaching the point where even the train horn isn't enough. It should work. Yeah, 11:54 p.m. So it's getting close. There we are. Yeah, okay. So my game is officially just shut down now. We'll have to see if the quick save worked or the save and quit. I have a feeling it didn't. 9:55 p.m. right now for you. So, And then in New Zealand, it is almost 2 a.m. My God. I think I saw that graphic, Pork Chop, where it shows like the normal time difference between each of the Aussie states, and you can basically like 3 time zones. There's the Western Australia time zone, Central and Eastern, and then when daylight saving kicks in, I think there's 7 different time zones for Australia, or 7 states have different times, which is a bit stupid. Because I think Queensland has a different time as well. I think they're an hour different. Time in Queensland. Oh no, it's 11:56. Oh, they didn't have daylight saving. Oh my god. It's confusing. Time zone pocket on the WASA border. Really? Wait. Australia. Unofficial Australian time zones during daylight saving times. Yeah, is that? 8. So WA has 8 hours, and then this small pocket is 8 3/4. That's so weird. What is that? So each county or state or whatever could pick. The bright white is burning my eyes. Eucla, Western Australia. What is that? Eucla. Trans Australian Railway things? Probably. Something to do with gold fields, I assume. Ah, so there's no official sanction, but all the locals just do it. Huh. Just to be different, I guess. Hmm. Very odd. Hang on, let's pause that. There we go. All right. All right, it's 12 o'clock and I'm going to go to bed. Thank you guys for tuning in. But yeah, I need to go to sleep. My brain is shutting down. This holiday, I haven't been doing much rest this holiday. I've just been driving non-stop, going from A to B, picking up stuff and looking at things, measuring things. So tomorrow, hopefully I get some rest, but I'm going to be doing a lot more driving again. So we shall see. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you all on the next one. All right. And thank you very much, Pilot Truck, for the resub. But yeah, I'll catch you all on the next one. All right. See you guys.